All right, guys, good evening. My name is Jimmy Singh, and I'm a part of Tiger Properties LLC, and this is our project. So the subject property is located at 3018 East Geldon Drive, Phoenix, Arizona. And this is just a picture of the property. So why did we choose Phoenix out of all the cities? So for one, Phoenix is the fifth largest city in the US, and it's home to several professional sports teams, including the Arizona Cardinals and the Phoenix Suns. It has a really active nightlife, a lot of places to go for entertainment, really good restaurants, and it has really nice parks as well. And there's also the low cost of living. So for example, one bedroom apartment costs below $1,300. And there's also a unique culture. So there's approximately 42% population of Hispanics compared to the national average of 18%. And it's also one of the fastest growing cities in America. So the past decade, the population has increased by 16% compared to the national average of 6%. And also Phoenix is not too far from Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So here's just a map of Phoenix. So the top right area over here is where you can find all the parks. Central region is mostly just residential and commercial areas. The top portion over here, including as well as the bottom right corner over here, you can find all the offices and buildings.
Thanks, Jimmy. My name is Cole Gaston. I'll be going over the specifications of our subject property. As you can see, the list price is $1.475 million. The floor plan size is 5,400 square feet. The lot size is about 1 acre, and it has 5 bedrooms and 5 baths. It's single story, built in 1997, and it's got 6 total parking spots. For sales history, it's only been sold once, and that was 1995 for $95,000. This home has an extremely large kitchen, has large windows that get an abundance of light. It has lots of space for people who want to have people over, throw parties, anything of that nature. For the rooms, it has 5 bedrooms and 5 baths. They're not huge, but they're definitely spacious enough for almost any home buyer to fulfill their needs. And some other notable features are the pool and the spa. It also has a movie theater and a bar area as well.
Thanks, Cole. My name is James Maddox, and I'm going to run through a couple of the comparable properties here. So our first comparable property is also located in Phoenix, Arizona, and has a very similar square footage. The lot size is unfortunately significantly smaller at just over half that of the subject property. This property also has 1 more bedroom than our subject property, but it has 1 less bathroom. Both properties were built around the same time, with this comparable being just 3 years newer. And both properties also have a pool and spa, and this property was sold for $1.3 million in January of this year. Our second comparable is also located in Phoenix. This is the smallest house of all our comparable properties at 4,432 square feet. The lot is also smaller than most of our comparables at 0.47 acres. It has the same amount of bedrooms, but 1 less bathroom. And this house was also built in 2000, which is only 3 years newer than our subject. This property also has a pool and spa and sold for $1,050,000 in March of last year. Our third comparable is also located in Phoenix, and it's the largest house of all our comparables at 6,748 square feet. It is located on the smallest property, however, at just 0.42 acres. It also has 1 less bedroom, but the same amount of bathrooms and it's the newest of our comparables, being built in 2005. This property also has a pool and spa and was sold for $1,385,000 in March of 2019. Comparable property number 4 is also located in Phoenix and is 6,125 square feet. It has the largest lot at 1.82 acres, and it also has 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, which is 1 more bathroom than our subject property. It's a little older, being built in 1987, but also has a pool and spa, and it was sold in December of last year for $1,425,000.
Thanks, James. I'm Keaton Carlson, and I'll be going over the next couple comparables. First, we have 11416 North Blackheath Roads in Scottsdale, Arizona. This property sold last year for $1.55 million. It has five bedrooms, four bathrooms, and it is 4,500 square feet on a 1.01 acre lot. It has a luxurious entryway and a backyard pool that is perfect for hosting gatherings. The next one. The next property is 11453 North 3rd Place in Scottsdale, Arizona as well. This last sold for $1.4 million in 2019. It has four bedrooms, six bathrooms. It is 4,700 square feet, but on a smaller lot of 0.89 acres. It also has a nice pool and a nice spread out feel to it. Next, we have our sales comparison approach. Here you can see the chart where we kind of put all of our parts of the different houses and properties and a lot of their different aspects, and you can compare them there. On the next slide, we have where we actually did the calculations. So for the bedrooms, we used comparables 1 and 2, since they were more similar in the aspects. The price for one bedroom was determined to be $295,000. For the bathrooms, comparables 5 and 6 were used more. The cost of an extra bedroom was added to the property 6 to make it closer to property 5. One bathroom was determined to cost $74,500. For square footage, the average price per square foot was calculated using the comparables. The square footage for each was subtracted from the subject's square footage. The answer was multiplied by the average price per square foot, which ended up being 255.34 per square foot. The lot size, comparables 2 and 5 were used more. Property 5 had about double the lot size of property 2, but all else was relatively similar. The years built, we used an average home price by census.gov, and it was from between 1974 and last year, 2020, to estimate an average increase of $7,602 per year. We then multiplied the number of years different from the subject and added or subtracted that number depending on whether or not it was more or less recent. For the years sold, comparables 3 and 4 were used due to being very similar in most aspects, yet having different years sold. We estimated the difference in each year sold to be around $40,000, and from there either added or subtracted a year depending if it was sold in 2019 or 2021. After the end of our calculations, our average sales price was $1.587 million.
Thanks, Keaton. My name is Connor Patterson, and I will be going over the cost approach and then the direct capitalization method to the income approach. So with the cost approach, what we are calculating is the cost to build an exact replica of the building on identical land. And so kind of how we went about this is first we estimated the exact replication cost, and we did this through a construction online builder. And in using the exact dimensions of the house and the land, we got an approximation of $1,366,784. And then from that estimate, we subtracted the accrued depreciation, which we used a 100-year useful life and effective years of 24. And so using that formula, we got $328,028.16. And so subtracting that from the estimated replication cost, we got the depreciated cost of the building. And so from there, what we did is we added back the estimated value of the land. And kind of how we went about this estimation is on Zillow, we looked at nearby lots for sale, and using a calculation, we got a dollar per acre rate that we then applied to the acreage of our land. And so using that calculation, we got $341,805.56. And so using the cost approach, we got an indicated value of $1.38,561.40. And so this is a screenshot of the construction builder we used, where we inputted the different dimensions of the house. And so yeah, that's just the screenshot. And then for the income approach, I'll just be talking about the direct capitalization, which is the process of converting a single year's income into a value estimate using the capitalization rate. And so The first thing we did was we calculated the potential gross income. And so how we went about this is we got the estimated monthly cost of 6,496 directly from Zillow. And so we multiplied that by 12 to the potential gross income of 77,952. And so from the PGI, we then went about and subtracted the vacancy and collections loss. And so what we did with this is we got the average vacancy rate in Maricopa County, which is where the house is located, and that was about 4.89%. And so multiplying that by the potential gross income, we got a vacancy and collection loss of 3,811 and 85 cents. And so subtracting that, we got an effective gross income of 74,140 and 15 cents. And so from the EGI, we then subtracted operating expenses, which from above, you can see that we got that from property taxes and an unexpected maintenance of $50 a month. And so operating expenses of 10,632, CapEx is not really applicable to a property like this. And so we got a net operating income of 63,508 and 38 cents. And so in order to get a price estimate using this approach, we used a formula in where we divided the net operating income by the market cap rate of 6.52%. And so doing this, we got a price estimate of $974,051.38.
Okay, thank you, Connor. My name is Will Barmore, and I'm looking at DCF. So our NOI, which we got from the previous slide, was 63,508. There's a 10-year holding period. The discount rate was 3.392%. There's our APR calculation. There's a little screenshot of it right there. And then we multiplied by our present value factors along with the year and the discount rate. And we get our present values. And then we summed all those up, and that total is the sum of all the present values. So next slide. For our final value estimate, obviously we weighted the sales comparison approach more than the other two because this is a family house, so it just makes the most sense. The cost, the same reason the cost approach has only 10% weight. Again, it's a family home, so it wouldn't really be used for that purpose. And then the income approach we thought was good. We thought was good at 20%. So our final was 1,406,536. And this is within 75,000 of Zillow's estimate, so that's pretty good. Your value is, usually expected to be lower than the Zillow estimate, so we thought that was pretty accurate. And for the effects of COVID-19, so there's a record low interest and mortgage rates right now, which is causing the market to boom, obviously. The government's just, trying to help us out and combat a bad economy. The low discount rates can affect DCF, which can affect prices, obviously. Also, people are working from home a lot more. So their homes are doubling as offices, which has totally changed the landscape. It's definitely a seller's market just because of the low supply and the low discount rates and mortgage rates. People, want in on real estate. People want more space too because of COVID. They don't want to be, everyone's leaving the cities and they don't want to cram into city life. People definitely want more space now more than ever. But on the flip side, landlords are really hurting right now. Rent is decreasing. People are getting evicted. There's, a bunch of laws and statutes in place to try to help renters and landlords, but it's been tough for landlords overall. But overall, the COVID-19 has actually caused a boom in the real estate market.